You're on the Six Screens Telenetwork, earning the reputation of giving all the right ingredients, uninhibited, and exposing the hard, cold facts about the Watchtower Society. And now, the end is near.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome in to another Saturday Night Live here at the Six Screens. And we have got a number of programs still left here on the Six Screens, but we have Fran and Joe with the Outside Story. And boy, we're looking so forward to hearing from them tonight. They're on the road. They're out in Fort Worth, Texas, from what I understand. They're from New York. They just got out of the Watchtower a year and 3 months ago or so. So they got a story to tell, but they're visiting many ex-witnesses, and we're going to hear all about it tonight. So let me bring Fran and Joe in right now, and we'll get the wheels of progress moving. We got Joe there with us. Hello, Joe.
Hello. Hi, Rick. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, and there's Fran. So we want to we want to do a little sound check here to make sure that the sound is working good. So go ahead, Joe, count to five for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You got it. Yeah, the closer you are to the mic, that's the better. So that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut you guys loose, but I am here, and you guys can do your thing. You can you'll get your controls all ready. Yep. And I'll jump out, and you can tell the audience what's going on in your world. So I'm here if you need me.
Thank you. Hello all. Welcome to Fort Worth. We've been here this is the second day, and we've been meeting with some other people from another, I guess you would call it a meetup, and it's a history type meetup. We're trying to get things settled here, so bear with us. Fran, you have something to say?
Okay, so yeah, we're just trying to get our iPad set up. We're in a hotel room. We're in Fort Worth, right next to the stockyards, if anybody's familiar with Fort Worth. And yesterday we saw all the cattle drive going down the main street.
Yeah, if anyone wants to look up Stockyards, Dallas Fort Worth on YouTube, and I think you'll get a real eyeful about the history of where all your meat comes from. It's where all the cattle from the plain states were in Texas and whatever were driven into the stockyards, where they went the next step. They fed them and then processed them. And right now it's a big tourist attraction, and it's really a nice place to visit. It really is. It truly is. Well done, very professional, very safety oriented. There's people all over, attendants all over. So we didn't mean to be an advertising thing for them, but it's a great place. What we did here also, again, we met with a group of 300 other people who are following another individual who puts forth a deep history channel, very deep history, very interesting, informative, and maybe sometime we can share that with some interested friends. But in the meantime, Fran might have something here a little bit to say.
Okay, so on Sunday, we started our trip. We left Frankfort, New York, where we're from. We got an early start on Sunday morning, and we had nice weather all the way through Pennsylvania and then Virginia. So Virginia was our first stop. We didn't know any ex-Jehovah's Witnesses there, so we just got a motel and spent the night. It was very nice. We stopped in a few places along the way. The mountains are beautiful in Virginia. And we got to Bristol. Bristol is the border between Tennessee and Virginia. That was beautiful. And we stopped at this coffee shop, and I struck up a conversation with a woman. She was very pleasant, and we were talking about the donuts and everything. So is everyone hearing us okay? Can we, anyone, any problems? Can you hear us? Anyway, we struck up a conversation with this woman, and I got to talk to her about the ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, and she was originally from Washington, D.C., and she was really shocked by what she heard about the Jehovah's Witnesses and the shunning and the depression and suicide. So that's been our message. Wherever we are, we try to talk to people and strike up a conversation, even if it's a short message. We arrived in Fort Payne, Alabama around 3 p.m. and there's a time change when you get to Alabama. So it was 3 p.m. their time, so it would have been 4 o'clock New York time. And we saw Ken Mayo. He was one of the first YouTubers. Actually, we saw him on Wendy Renee, and he put his phone number on, so we called him about a year ago. And Ken, he was on our program. We interviewed him, and we stayed with Ken. Well, we didn't stay with him, but we visited with his wife, Dina, and there was a sister. She's originally from Jamaica, Indira, and her. She came all the way from Georgia. She traveled 5 hours so that she could make us Jamaican chicken curry, which was delicious.
This is very sweet.
So we spent, when was that? Monday night in Alabama. Monday night, Fort Payne, Alabama, really pretty area. Ken drove us around on Tuesday. We got to see some of the waterfalls and
some deep canyons, some very deep canyons in that state. Beautiful state, beautiful wooded, deep canyons, rivers, worthy of a nice visit.
We Tuesday night we were taken out to dinner by a brother that he doesn't want his name given, but he's a beautiful brother. He took us all out to dinner, and we had some really nice chats with him because we talked to him on the phone, and his wife is still in, so he cannot reveal his name.
No, I said that his wife was going to her meeting and he was attending his meeting.
We were a meeting of apostates.
That's right.
And we were having fun.
That's right. Very nice time.
So Wednesday morning we got up and drove to Tennessee. And we were invited for lunch with another ex-sister. She's in her 80s. We cannot give her name either, but she was very gracious. And her husband.
Great couple.
Very, very nice couple.
Yeah, we had a nice time with both of them.
Yeah.
They were really very hospitable and friendly and fun.
They put us up for the night. It was beautiful. That was on Wednesday night. We got to meet Eric in person with his wife Desiree. We went out to dinner, and we had a really nice time. It's one thing to talk to someone on the phone, but it's another thing to meet them in person. And
Yeah.
we had so many. It's funny because we had so many common, locations that we were in, and congregations in Florida who we knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's really a small world.
Yeah. So the lesson is, though, you never know the connections you make with the friends that you come to know, and the commonality. So don't hesitate to share background. Find out that you have commonality. It's rewarding.
Once again, we spoke with the waitress. It was Eric and Desiree and Joe and I, and she got an earful about the witnesses. Desiree did a really nice job.
Can we, excuse me 1 second, can we get you guys to come a little closer to your mic?
We'll try our best.
Yeah, well, that's better right there.
How's
That's
that? How's that?
that's better. We just want to be able to hear you really good because we've got a lot of people listening in. Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, so we gave the waitress, we unwitnessed to the waitress about Jehovah's Witnesses, and like I said, Desiree did a wonderful job telling her all about the calamity, the losses, how they lost their family, we lost our family, and to really beware of the witnesses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so many people just don't know. So don't ever hesitate to share what you know. People are, most people are thankful and glad to find out. And especially when they find out that there are ones right around them, disfellowshipped ones who are being shunned, who need the support of people like you.
So Thursday morning, we left Tennessee for Arkansas. We went to Little Rock, Arkansas. Little did we know, the next day after we left, we got an early start from Arkansas. There was a tornado that hit Little Rock, Arkansas.
We left at 7.
Yes.
7 in the morning, and
the tornado came through in the afternoon.
In Little Rock, where as we were approaching, going through Little Rock and Arkansas beyond, we were encountering rain. Spotty rain, a little more spotty again, bands. And finally it started pouring. Very bad. I was almost thinking,
Texas, wasn't it?
is that Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so good news.
Yeah.
Where we were in Arkansas, there was no weather to speak of. No, that's right. No weather to speak of. But as we were in Texas, we encountered heavy rain. And apparently,
that's when Little Rock had their tornado.
I can't give the exact time of the tornadoes.
I think we heard it was around 2 o'clock.
Around 2 o'clock, and we were
already in Dallas.
Yeah, we were in Dallas. We were in Fort Worth by that time. So we thankfully missed it. But unfortunately, there was so many that didn't back in that area.
Yeah, this is tornado season, and the poor sister that we had stayed with, she had been trying to get in touch with us. She was worried. She had sent us an email, and we hadn't checked our emails. And finally, she called us, and we told her that we were okay, that we did not run into the tornado.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, other people did, and there's always that possibility, when you're traveling. So far, we've been very fortunate. The weather has been really on our side. So we got into Fort Worth yesterday, Friday, and we mingled with some people from this other channel that we watch. They have nothing to do with Jehovah's Witnesses, but
Or religion.
Or religion. But we were sitting at this table, and all these connections we were making, and we started telling them we were ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. They go, "Really? You're kidding." This other man over here on the other side, his name was Errol. He was a witness, but he left when he was 17 years old. So we got to talk to him, and it seems like anybody that has left like 20 years ago, they really don't know much about what has happened.
They don't. Most people who've left have ignored everything witnesses. And I'm sure that's very good for them, no doubt.
But they didn't realize that there's a support group.
All right.
And we talked with someone in California. He said he was meeting up with an ex-witness, but he's been out for 20 years. He had no idea that there was a support group. He thought he was the only one who had left the organization because he didn't know anybody else. Can you imagine 20 years being out and not knowing that there's a program like Rick's program and other XJW programs? So we are so thankful to be part of this.
Yeah, so if you know folks that were witnesses a long time ago, don't hesitate to let them know. They need to know.
So one thing I left out, Thursday, when we were driving from Tennessee to Arkansas, someone was on the phone with us for 2.5 hours, and you'll never guess who it is. It was Barbara Anderson, and she said, "Hi, Joe and Fran." She said, "Had I known you were in Tennessee, I would have had you over for lunch." And we said, "Barbara, we heard you were sick." She said, "I was very sick." She says, "I was sick for 2 months. The COVID went to her brain. She had neurological damage. She's
or effect.
Effect.
If there was no damage,
No
at least there was
damage.
effect.
But there was a fact where she could not make sentences. She could hardly make a sentence. And for Barbara, you know that hit her really hard. But I'll tell you, when she was on the phone with us, she was not only making sentences, paragraphs, but she could have written a book. When she was
Yeah.
she was on fire.
Yeah.
She was back to her normal self.
Yeah.
So she's looking forward to coming back on 6 screens.
Yeah.
But she did tell us that she's working on a project. Her number one project is the CSA. She said, because it's involving children, she's always had a special place in her heart for that. But she started collecting information about Russell, and she never got to compile it. So now she's compiling it, and she wants to make a play, and hopefully it's like a period play. And everything that Watchtower said about Russell, according to all the information she gathered, was false. And everything they said about Mrs. Russell was false. So
it was all propaganda, basically, that was very in favor of the organization and Russell. And of course, they used Mrs. Russell. We didn't get her first name. I forget her first name.
yeah.
She was used as a scapegoat, basically, and whereas all the time, according to the information that Barbara has gotten, that he was really quite a narcissistic freak who did everything he could to make her look bad. So that's going to come out now.
Yeah,
it's going to come out.
She's writing it, and they're going to make a play.
But she's
out of
collaborating with a playwright. Isn't that what
Yes.
she said?
Yep.
And basically, they have to just finish off the research and then the writing of it, and then go forward.
She's even getting all the details as far as even clothing from any of the pictures that the Watchtower had, because it is period.
Yeah.
And that's very popular now, our period stories. So
This would be the which period?
The late 1800s.
Victorian
1800s.
period.
Yeah.
So I believe it would be a television, either a television series or a play or what. I'm not sure. So we've got something to look forward to, and in a large way, it's going to make an exposure on the organization.
So that was really nice talking with Barbara. We felt really privileged. I mean, we hardly know Barbara, and
it was good for her.
Yeah.
It was good for her. She was discouraged that she couldn't relate things anymore, but she did a very good job for 2.5 to 3 hours.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, and she would have kept going to California.
Yeah, she said, I could talk until you got to California.
Yeah, that's true.
She had to go make lunch for her husband,
yeah.
Joe. His name is Joe too.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was really nice talking with Barbara, and we look forward to hearing her on 6 screens again.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, just for anyone that is in the Fort Worth, Dallas area, we're going to have an XJW meetup at 1 o'clock. The place is called Billy Bob's, and it's at the Stockyards. The Stockyards is a very interesting place if you've never been there. They have the cattle run, they have horses and rodeo, all kinds of things. But at Billy Bob's at 1 o'clock, between 1 and 4, our friend Gail, everyone remembers Gail from after the storm. Gail is she's coming up from Houston. So she's going to be there. And a few new ones that just joined on our meetup group. So we're hoping maybe some of you out there, if anyone is in the Fort Worth, Dallas surrounding area, we would love to meet you tomorrow, Sunday, April 2nd at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and just Google the Stockyards, Fort Worth.
And
Great area,
Billy
tremendous
Bob's,
area.
Billy
So
Bob's.
many people. There are people from all over the world that attend that. And you'll get to see local cowboys and cowgirls that are there. There was a bull riding a situation there. riders were coming in from all over. Really exciting area, and real family time. Real family time.
They had some cool trucks too. Their
Oh,
trucks
yeah.
were actually, the
Oh,
wheels were lit up. It was really cool.
It's a parade. It
They,
was a
they
car
partied
parade,
till
too.
like 2 o'clock in the morning. They were going up and down the streets, and anybody that had a hotel on that street, they said they didn't get very
Yeah, I
good
think
sleep.
that's open 24 hours.
Mhm.
Is that what they said?
Yes, they did.
We
Yeah.
weren't there 24
No,
hours, but
no.
it was. Great place.
So the rest of our trip, we're planning on being in New Mexico on Tuesday. We're hopefully, if it works out, we're still planning on meeting up with Mikey and Kim on Tuesday. If anyone else is in New Mexico, we could. Well, we haven't made a reservations yet where we're staying. But we'd like to check out New Mexico maybe a couple days because we went there 45 years ago when we were first married, and we traveled through New Mexico, and we said we wished we had stayed there.
Pretty state.
And,
Beautiful.
Then in the middle of the week, we'll go to Arizona. We're supposed to meet up with Bo, and if anyone is out in Arizona, Thursday, Friday, the 6th and 7th. Please let us know. We'd love to meet up with you. Possibly Gilbert, if we can meet up with Gilbert. Any other XJWs in Arizona? I think we're going to go to Flagstaff and drive down to Phoenix. That's the route that they're taking
Not
us.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing is set in
No,
stone,
no.
so we're flexible. So if you're in New Mexico, Arizona next week, let us know. You can, we'll put our email and phone number here so that you can get in touch with us. And then on to California, where it's the goal, California. We have so many friends in California, JT and JP, I'm sorry, JP. We usually call you by your first name. JP and let's see, I can't say her name, but she's still in. And hopefully Linda James. What's the other sister we always talk to? I'm so sorry, I'm forgetting names right now.
Well,
Nadine, and possibly Frank, and maybe Keith. And also, we have Marissa and Kevin. We had Marissa on the program a couple months ago. She was the one that's taking psychology in college. We're going to meet up with her, hopefully, and her husband. So a big meetup in Southern California, the end of probably the second week in April. Nothing's set in stone. Again, we have to still make those plans, but please let us know if you're interested in a meetup, and we can arrange our schedule. So far it's been going well. Joe's keeping the car running.
staying running myself.
But
It's going well.
yeah, we've had our breaks. We haven't been driving straight through.
No.
We have a couple days here, a couple days there. We get rest. And so it's been good. It's been very good. That's about it for our trip.
Right.
If anybody
To look forward to. Yeah, and any information that anybody has to relate about where we're going or situations, please let us know.
Anybody have any questions, or you want to talk about anything, or your travels, or any meetups that you've had, or how you're unwitnessing?
We're here.
Hello, Joe and Fran. Can you hear me?
We
Yes,
can hear
we
you.
can
Rick.
hear you, Rick.
Yeah, we're having a bad connection here with you guys. Is there something like an air conditioner or something blowing in the background?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll turn it off.
Well, I hate to do that because
No, that's okay. No, it's not.
it's probably hot. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's okay. It's okay.
Will it go on?
Even put on lower. Yeah.
There we go. It just went off.
Okay, sorry about that.
Oh yeah, that's a million times better. Yeah, just we
Okay,
want to.
sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we're picking up a lot on that. She said, "I don't want to roast you guys." So is it hot down there or what?
Well, no,
No,
it's
been
not.
very
It's not.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Yesterday was hotter.
Yeah.
Today was comfortable.
Yeah.
Right now it's 66 degrees, and we're an hour behind you, so it's 9:22 here.
Wow. Well, that's good. So you guys are enjoying your trip. You're having a good time. Yeah. So
Meeting
what would you say is the most remembrances you had going down through there? You're meeting all these witnesses. Every day's exciting, right?
Yeah, the most important thing so far, we've avoided that bad weather. The
Mhm.
trip has been safe. The other meetup that we had was successful. It was the first time for this group, and initially they wanted like 30 or 40, but there was so much interest that they extended it to 300. So it was a group of 300 like-minded friends interested in the same uh, history type of situation, and it was very, very rewarding, very good. And it's going that in itself is going to develop into a channel, a bigger channel with a larger exposure. And if anybody's ever interested in that, we can share that with them.
Yeah. Well,
Hi, this is Apostle Dave.
Hi,
Hello,
Linda.
Pastor Dave.
I'm so glad to hear you guys are having a good time.
Yeah.
And so we'd love to meet up with you in California. Hopefully we can meet up with you.
Oh, I would love that. And what day were you thinking you guys might land in California?
Possibly the end of next week, the beginning of the week after. It all depends how New Mexico and Arizona go.
Right.
That sounds good.
But we'll probably be staying in North Hills, California, and probably have some kind of meetup close to there, if it's not too far for everyone to drive to.
If we can locate North Hills.
Yeah, North Hills. Linda, do you know where North Hills is?
I think it's up in the middle of California.
San Diego area, North Hills, California.
I think it's between Santa Barbara and Los Angeles County.
Los Angeles County.
Yeah.
Okay.
JP is from Palmdale. Do you know where Palmdale is?
Yes, I think it's on the other side of LA from where I'm at. I'm between Los Angeles and San Diego. I'm in Southern California.
You're on Long Beach, right?
Yeah.
If Nadine is on, I know Nadine is around that area. Are you there, Nadine?
Because I don't have a car, she already called me and said, wherever the land, I get to pick you up. She's going to pick me up and make sure we get to you guys.
Oh, that's nice. Yes, that'd be nice. So we'll give you more details as we get
As we
closer.
find out, yeah.
So, and how about anybody else? Has anyone else traveled or had meetups? Or I know that Dan and Angela they traveled around last year. They had some nice experiences.
Well, I'm going to let you go. Good talking to you.
You too,
Thank
Linda.
you,
Thank
Linda.
you.
Love you.
And
Love you.
hello.
Hey, Fran.
Hello. Is that Nadine?
Nadine,
Hi.
she's my guy. Hello.
I was I heard you talking about me, and then I tried to get on the phone really quick because I heard Linda.
Yeah, so we were just talking about when we get to California, if we could have a meetup. We're going to be staying in North Hills with some friends and near Palmdale, that area. So if it's not too far,
I'm looking forward to seeing you.
no, we are too.
We're doing our best.
So let me ask, the one that's going to school for psychology, are you going to visit her at her place?
We're hoping that she will be able to come. She said she will be able to. That's Marissa. Marissa and Kevin. They don't always listen in, but let's see where they are located.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hear you, who's this?
Hello.
Hey, this is JP from California.
Oh, hi,
Hey,
Jay. How are you?
Good to hear you.
So, yeah.
So hopefully you make it out to California, and if you do, I'm gonna head down from south. I'll head south from Palmdale to go see you all.
Oh, I look forward to it, JP.
Yeah, we want to see you all. We can't wait.
Hey, maybe if you're in the San Diego area, we could all meet up too. Maybe we could go see Beth Soreem since we're gonna be in San Diego. We should go check that out. That'd be pretty interesting.
What is it?
Yeah. We can go see Beth Soreem.
Oh,
No,
that's
Soreem.
Oh, that would be.
We'll see.
We'll go get dinner after that. Then that sounds like
That sounds like fun.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I've been
we'll
wanting to see it since I saw it when I was 8 years old in the Proclaimers book. So maybe I can go see it in person.
Wow. Wow. Dear.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, but besides that, maybe we could go hang out.
Still here.
we
We're
lost
still
you.
here.
We lost you, JP.
Hi, friend. It's Nadine.
Hi, Nadine.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Hi. Are you planning on going to San Diego, or what part of? Because that's not, well, it is kind of, south.
Well,
It is south, but
Well, I honestly,
not Orange County.
okay, so how far, do you know where North Hills is? I don't know much about North Hills, but that's the address. We'll be staying there.
Oh, yeah, North Hills. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a little. That's in LA. That's in LA now.
How far is that from you?
Well, without traffic, it's probably an hour and 10 minutes, but with traffic, that could be a long time.
Yeah,
So
boy.
I'm just not sure. I'm not sure. Well, just get in touch with me when you're in North Hills. Or
yeah,
what,
everything, we're not gonna be, everything's gonna be fluid as far as what we do there. So I'm not gonna hold ourselves to anything or anyone else to anything
Right.
that turns out to be unreasonable.
Yep.
So we're being very open.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hearing you, Joe. It's really muffled.
Oh, we're muffled?
I wish we can, how,
Yeah.
any
How about
different now?
We-
Hello,
we-
any
we
different?
got good,
Hi.
Okay, well, we're here.
But we just said that we'll try to do the best we can. We can't make any promises.
Yeah.
But someone asked about Marissa and Kev. They live in Garden Grove, California.
That's only about probably 20 minutes from, maybe 25 minutes from me, 25. Yeah.
Good. Well, maybe
Good.
there's a central location.
It'll all make sense when we get closer.
Yep. We'll keep everyone posted.
Yep.
If anyone in Southern California wants to meet up, just let us know.
Yeah. Well, Linda, Marissa, and myself, we're not that far apart.
Oh,
Oh,
good,
good.
good.
Good. That's nice.
We'll do our part the best we can to get there.
Right. Just let me know where you guys are at, and we'll figure something out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know we will.
Sounds good.
I know we will.
Yeah. This is going to be really super exciting. It'll probably be one of the most exciting things that has happened to me in a while.
Us too, I'm sure.
So
I'm
far, it's
looking
been
forward
exciting.
We don't have a microphone, so it's kind of
Hey,
changed.
Joe. Hey,
Hello.
Fran. Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. It's nice to see you. I wanted to ask you something. When you see Kim and Mikey, I was wondering if you guys could do a video for us with them, like just a kind of a, I don't know how they do if it's hard to do, but if you guys could, it would be kind of fun to see you
Well,
both.
we'll take it into consideration and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, maybe you could do live, chat with everybody. It'd be kind of fun. Anyway, I
Yes.
just wanted to say hello. Nice to hear from you, and I hope you're having a wonderful time.
Thank you. Yeah,
And
it
we
is.
are.
It is. It's an adventure.
Is this Christine?
It's fun for us. Yes, it's Christine. Hi.
Hi, Christine.
Hey, Joe and Fran.
Hey, Joe and Fran.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah. I can solve your Southern California problem. Everybody go to Disneyland.
What's that again?
But yeah, I need to go live on Disneyland.
Oh, Disneyland.
Disneyland. Oh.
Yeah, they have a place where you can go without going to the park. Like a shopping, eating district.
Oh, I see. Now,
That
where
would
is?
a meetup of all the places you can meet. You can meet at Disneyland, the happiest place on earth.
Wow, I was almost trying to never go there my whole life, Gilbert.
I'm just saying that'll be a good video, huh? You're happy now that you leave Watchtower. So you go to the happiest place on earth. Like when you win the Super Bowl, they go, now that you won the Super Bowl, what are you gonna do? Now that you left Watchtower, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, anything, everything.
But yeah.
Hey, Gilbert, we were hoping to meet up with you when we're in Arizona, in Phoenix. So,
We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
okay, we'll figure something out because we know everybody works and they have their schedule.
Yeah, I'll have the autographed copies of the voting ballot, so it'll be okay.
Good.
Well,
I think we got a chance. I think you have a chance, Gilbert.
you have our vote.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yes, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay. Take care, Gilbert.
Hi, Fran, Joe.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Anaheim is Disneyland is in Anaheim. So all the Orange County people are super close to Anaheim. Yeah.
We'll put it in there.
So what was that?
Oh, I say we've got it. We've got it in the book. We'll keep it in mind.
Right. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you guys know California better than we do. We've never been there.
You've never been to Disneyland, huh?
No.
Okay. Well, you don't actually have to go inside Disneyland. There's that's called Downtown Disney, and you can just park in the parking lot, and then there's different little restaurants, and you can just walk into shops. And you don't have to pay to get into that. I think that's still free, although I haven't been there in quite a few years. But it's called Downtown Disney.
Right. We will see.
You actually have to pay to get into the park, which is very expensive.
Right.
Yeah, I have no interest in being there personally.
No, too many people, and that's not. We want to come to see the friends.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's just that one part where they do have restaurants.
Right. Yes. No, that's nice.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll work something out.
Mm-hmm.
Feel comfortable with.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. One step at a time.
Anyone else have experiences with a road trip or meetups?
Or anything.
Or anything you want to share?
Hey guys. Hey, it's Joe and Fran.
We're
Yes.
here.
Hey, it's Eric Kubler. How you doing?
Good,
Hey,
Eric.
Eric.
How are you?
What a good experience we had, didn't we?
I thought it was fabulous.
We, and I just wanted to tell the audience on your channel or your channel that people can be brought together with truth and love, and we had a great time. And they make they're not kidding. These apostate cookies are good. They're New York style bakery cookies. We had a great experience with y'all, and we're glad to meet you from Rick's network.
Same here,
Eric. We love you guys,
Yes,
you and
and both of
Desiree.
you.
We really
Yep.
had a nice time that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we love you too. We had a
Yeah.
great time with y'all. And
Good.
you're our new family.
Yes,
We're all family.
We're all family.
I'm glad of it.
And shout out to JP as well. I met him recently, and we talk here and there. And it's a great community we have going here, and that's all I wanted to add to y'all's program.
Yes. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Yeah. In fact, speaking of, thank you, Eric. Speaking of great community, I think it's important that we protect any attacks on it too, because just in regards to what might have happened earlier tonight, in regards to who says what and how inflammatory or bad or wrong it might be, there's people who are going to be more than happy to shills and what are the other people called? Trolls. We're going to be more than happy to make it look like one of us said something that was not very nice or wrong. It's so important. You have to understand they're going.
My wife Susan always has yeast infections and STDs, so it's just JW pussy for me.
We have to be careful that everything that what we do is fitting.
Your impression isn't even that good. Go away. You're a troll. Get out of here.
This is Rick, and I love eating Watchtower pussy. My wife Susan always has yeast infections and STDs, so it's just JW pussy for me.
Go back to kindergarten, Rick.
You'll still be able to come in. We can jerk the way off.
Does anyone else have anything that they would like to share that's upbuilding and positive?
Okay, what else?
Goodbye.
We're here, and if anyone else comes in, it'll be a nice sharing.
Well, what we have intruders, Joe and Fran. They do not like the 6 screens. It's getting out there, so we got all these people coming in. They're going to be intruders. Yep. All right. Stay in. We got to get our telephone line back up. It goes off every 6 hours. So hold on with us. We'll be right back in.
We're here.
But go ahead. Continue talking in the meantime.
Well, let's see.
Live 6 screens conference calls. We thank you for joining in. To speak up and talk, press star 6 on your telephone. When you are done talking, press star 6 to mute yourself. Remember, when you are unmuted, your phone is a microphone and picks up on all noises in the background. We hope you enjoy the programs tonight. You will now be placed into the conference.
If you are the host, press star now. Wise, please enter your PIN.
Well, right now we're going to get right back in here, so just stay in here with us.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. We'll get you right back on, Joe and Fran.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Seriously wrong with people like you.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello. We're here.
hi, it's Grace. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
can. Go
Yes,
ahead.
I want to make my. I had the question and Eric already answered me. But have you other? I want to know. Here in Sweden, I heard one I saw in the eyes of one elder, and the other one, she was a pioneer, and her father was an elder. And they just got this look in their eye. It was like it was radiating. It was a combination of the heaven and the snake. And they got this really crazy look in their eye. And I felt it was, well, I'm almost certain it was a connection from Satan. So they are just showing their faces to me now. And I want to know, I know Eric saw this look once, but I want to know, is there anybody else that has seen this look in their eyes? Thank you.
Yeah, we all have some experience with different witnesses, and who seems like maybe they're imbalanced, or maybe they're disturbed for some reason. There could be so many reasons why they're disturbed, and we don't know if whether or not any of them are connected with anything that's dark. We just don't know. What we do know is that when we individually favor things that are positive, it has a positive effect against that. In other words, we can do something about that if we're faced with it. We don't ever have to be subject to it. We're the ones that can stay in control of it. Just present some light. And I don't mean Watchtower light either. I mean either truth that you know it, and things that are good and positive. So yeah, I'm not surprised that we have seen things that are dark like that. It's being exposed. It's all being exposed. It's a question of time now, and we're grateful for that. I happen to think, with regards to something like that, just as Watchtower was developed or began back in Pennsylvania, the very state of Pennsylvania may very well be the one that actually brings them down because of what they're doing, which in my eyes is poetic justice. The fact that they misrepresented that state and made them look so bad, then it's only reasonable and right that the state of Pennsylvania shuts them down. We look forward to that. Maybe someone else has anything else to offer on that.
Well, Joe, I must say that that's exactly right. It's something that they started in Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania may bring them down. They got some big problems in Pennsylvania, as we all know, with the child molestation cases popping up. It's amazing to me that more and more witnesses are not getting out, but I mean, there's enough of them. So, but I'm sure glad that you guys are meeting so many people that have been touched by the tentacles, and that's a wonderful thing.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree.
The one thing we have not run into that I hope we do is either a witness cart or somehow run into the witnesses so that we can, just question them. We're not going to be mean.
No.
I would just like to go up to them and, ask them some questions, get them thinking, maybe plant some seeds in their mind about the Watchtower.
Yeah, just to present something that they need to look forward to, because they don't have much good to look forward to in that organization. We present a positive role model and positive life and positive examples. It's what would lead them out. That's what helps us personally as well. One of the things that we know just from experience, but all the repression that takes place in that organization, we know repression isn't good, it's uncomfortable, but the fact is it actually leads to psychosis, all different psychosis in people. It's not just simply, oppressive. It's not just simply uncomfortable or difficult. It actually changes the way we view things with our brain, the way we function, and has that much of a bad effect. We weren't designed to be repressed. There's, natural ways of expressing ourselves as human beings. There's a good and healthy way for it. The Watchtower never, ever helped people be healthy with expressions, natural expressions that we have, whatever it may be, communications, our sexual life, anything, our political views, whatever the case, it's all repression. And it's not good. It's just not good for us as human beings. It has very serious effects. We have to be mindful of that, especially with our family members. They may be suffering from things that we don't see it right now, but we should be aware of the fact that that's going on with them. We need to keep that in mind for anything that develops in our future with them. We have to be ready for these things. How about anyone else out there for anything?
Any questions or
Questions?
experiences?
Any new ones who might be listening? We appreciate hearing from you. We were new at one time, and we were very glad to be able to be welcomed. We welcome you too. If every one of us in our own little area does something, it's the greatest way that we will change our life. We may not change the life of someone else in their area, but see, that's what they get to do. They get to change the life, their experience in their area. It's the most powerful thing we can do, is have an effect on our own small environment. If we wait for someone else to do it, well, it's not likely to get done. So whatever you can do, be either speak to ones at the witness carts, be positive and hopeful for them. Maybe just tell your neighbors about witnesses. Ask them if they know anything about the witnesses, and if they're aware of the fact that there's court cases taking place. Ask them how they feel about witnesses, and maybe even to go so far as how they feel about religion in general. There's a bigger issue than just Jehovah's Witnesses, the bigger issue of religion and its place in modern life, what positive effect it's having, what negative effect it's having. These things are happening right now around us. And hello.
Hi, Fran and Joe. Hi, Fran and Joe. This is Susan. You're relatively new to the Six Strings, and you're relatively new at speaking up. Why do you think someone listening in tonight for the first time, why is it important for them to speak up? And how does it help them personally, like it helped you?
Well, it helps them to be identified and to be connected with others. In other words, it's nice to be known, nice to be seen. And the one who's not, out there, they may feel that no one knows them, especially people that, would love them. And we were loved and accepted for who we are, and what we were going through. And in like manner, we're ready to accept new ones that are out there. They're part of our family, and we want to connect with them.
What we like to do is to connect others. So if there are any new ones out there, you're not alone.
No.
We connect people that could be cross country. It could be someone right in your own area.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how when we have that connection, how it makes it that much easier to come out of the Watchtower. you know, there's more people coming out today than there were 20 years ago. 20 years ago, people did feel alone. But today you can pick up the telephone, you can send an email across country or in another part of the, in Great Britain, anywhere. We've got friends all over that are leaving. So that helps us to establish that community.
And our strength is our voice. Our minds, can consider certain things and we can hope for certain things, but our voice is what actually helps make it real. And we lift our voice, it helps others with their voice, and we develop a strength and a power that we have. The failure to use that voice is what actually we leave ourselves powerless against media. The media has a very large voice, and we don't ever want to underestimate our voice, because someone's listening. No matter who it is, someone is listening, and you never know the effect that it has. Just even speaking to one other person, and to be able to listen too. It's good to actually ask others. We don't just speak to others; we ask them, "Do you know any witnesses?" Or what do you know about witnesses? And to find out how they feel about it. Very enlightening. And it opens up the whole discussion. And they end up looking and listening further when they go in their little neighborhood.
Yeah, we're still getting new ones reaching out to us. Just today or yesterday, there was someone in Massachusetts, so we're hooking them up with someone else in Massachusetts. We know that Rick and Susan are in Massachusetts, and there's Gail. So if anyone would like to be connected, please let us know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put our email up here. It's J and fgarino@gmail.com, or our phone number. You can call or text 315-221-0130. We know a lot of you, don't use your names for, obvious reasons, but because Joe and I are activists, we put our name out there. We put our phone number, our email. So contact us and we can connect you with someone that would be willing to talk and help and support. Thank you, Susan.
Yes.
Even in your local area, if you want to do a meetup and try to find some extra Jehovah's Witnesses, there's an app called Meetup, and you go on there and you put down your city that you want to meet up with and the purpose for your meeting up. So tomorrow in Fort Worth, the name of it is called, let me just get to the app. It's Meetup app. Again, it's tomorrow at 1 o'clock at the Stockyards in Fort Worth. And let me get this in here. Okay, so it's Ex Jehovah's Witnesses Health and Freedom. That's the name we picked for Fort Worth. And we're having some folks meet us tomorrow at 1 o'clock at the Stockyards, Fort Worth. We hope you can come.
Great place.
Yeah, it's really
You've
neat.
never been there. It's a great place. Exciting. YouTube it. You'll see it on video. You'll see it takes place there. They run the cattle through the street, and it's a very family friendly place. Kids there. The people are very careful with things that take place there. A lot of supervision. Places to eat, to buy things from candy to saddles to horns to probably even buy a horse there.
Probably can.
Or a cow.
Or a saddle. Or it's fun just to look around.
Yeah.
It's a riot.
See a bunch of cowboys walking around. Real cowboys.
Real cowboys, real cowgirls.
Yeah.
Anybody? Hello? Anybody out there tonight? Is it quiet? We can't see the chat, so I don't know who's in the chat.
Where's the chat?
Everyone in the studio, I don't know, we might lose us.
Oops.
Oops, did we?
Well, I'm not sure what happened to Joe and Fran. They kind of disappeared off the scene on us here, but just stay with us. And
We're
we'll
here. We're here. Sorry.
Rick,
Sorry.
Yep. Yep.
We were looking for chat, but we didn't see anything. If I didn't,
I'll read the chat for you. We have Gail checking in here tonight. She says, I'm very excited to finally meet you both, and I'm looking forward to meeting the others. Please join us. So that's good. Amazing. That's Gail calling in. She did have a program on here once, and she did a great job. We miss Gail, and hopefully someday we'll get her back. But people move on. We've had 100. In fact, the Six Screens has had 178 different programs in the last 17 years. And we hate to see people leave, but they go on, they do different things. Yeah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we owe it to each other too to be careful with what we share with each other, and to check. We could hear anything, and it doesn't necessarily, just because we hear something doesn't mean it's right. If we know of anything that has to do with someone, the most adult and loving thing to do is check it out with them personally. The Watchtower habit of gossip is not very loving, and we have to be careful not to just do that unconsciously and just automatically do that. It's not only damaging, but it doesn't bring much of a good look to the ones that do it.
Yeah, even when I was in the Watchtower, and if I heard some gossip, I didn't want to spread it. If I wanted to know if it was true or not, I would go to that person. But otherwise, I didn't want to spread that. And we don't want to be guilty of that being out of the Watchtower, because sometimes we can take certain habits with us even though we're out. So we have to be careful of
I
that.
recall one older sister who did the right thing. Someone came up to her and they were looking for something. They were fishing for some information, and they asked her, "So what's up with so and so?" And she looked at them and said, "Go ask them.
Right.
No, don't ask me. You go ask them if you really want to know." And I always remember that. Check it out with the individual. It's always a better thing to do.
Hey, Fran and Joe.
Yes.
Hi. Talking to people like you that are loving, I know myself when I first got out of the Watchtower, there weren't as many people like you. I left about 2010, and I made phone friends. Phone friends were good, but then you learn to trust people too, even if it's only on the phone. And you're talking about special information and not sharing gossip. Before you share things with someone, of course, you want to get to know them first. And then once you feel comfortable with them, then you can open up. But it's really important to open up with things that happen to you in the Watchtower. Because once you're validated, so many times you would tell the elders about your situation if you know that's not true, or wait on Jehovah. And it meant nothing. So to have what you say validated by another ex-witness really helps a lot, more than you would think. The more you share your frustrations with people, the more it helps you to move along and to heal from all the, I guess I would call it PSTD from
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
kind of we big from being in the Watchtower.
Yes. Yeah, and it establishes that we have something in common too, and it helps for the bonding. It really does. And the goal is to move on from that. We have to be careful not to keep dwelling on that, because we could get the impression that it's all about pity, and we really don't need pity. Maybe the very first thing a person would need is pity, but beyond that, it's understanding, and then help and direction, support, validation. And we offer that to each other. That's powerful.
Don't you feel that this is a tight community? It's tight or more tight than what we felt in Jehovah's Witnesses?
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
There's no comparison.
These are real friends.
There's no comparison. Absolutely no comparison. Yeah, I have to just always remind myself, there were good people that were part of a criminal organization, and the two don't go together. There is no place for good people in a criminal organization, and we were stuck in that criminal organization. And we have to just remember too, there are ones that still are there, and everything we do can help draw them out of that.
Well, it looks like it's 11 o'clock there. I don't know, Rick, you have another program coming on?
Well, we have the red pill program coming up, but so we do have that. You guys are probably really exhausted. I'd give you more time if you wanted, but I'm thinking maybe we should let you guys get some rest and get to bed.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that, Rick.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that. It's hard. You guys really are doing great. And I have to tell you, it's not easy. It's not. I mean, you guys. I mean, you're not getting any younger. Traveling around. I mean, just driving from one place to another, and you guys have been doing that. It's not easy. It's not easy at all for young people, but you're doing great, and I just want you to be safe. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Just want you to be safe, but get a good night's sleep. We'll cut you off here early because I don't want you to. I don't want you to go on. You guys rest up a little bit and continue on your trip tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. No, we've scheduled it that way. See, in fact, tomorrow we're. How many hours?
Yeah, we're going to leave here probably and go to Amarillo, Texas. If there's anyone near Amarillo.
Wow, you guys are becoming like rock stars. I can't believe it.
Road stars.
Road stars. Yeah.
Joe's doing most of the driving, and you should see the trucks on the road. I mean, there's trucks all over. There's trucks behind us, trucks on the side. Coming into Fort Worth and Dallas, I mean, they've got 4 or 5 overpasses. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah, it's a treat. It's a treat. I tell you, where was it? No, Little Rock. Was it Little Rock? In Little Rock, if the trucks weren't going 80, they weren't happy.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
So far, our car is doing good. We've got an older car, and it's doing it. Joe keeps checking it.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
We're so glad and we're so happy to be able to take this trip.
Yeah.
Well, it's something you guys are doing something. Everyone listening on here tonight would love to do what you're doing. That is a trip and a half. And I'll tell you something. That's something you'll remember for the rest of your life. It's a precious gift that's going on with you guys. Really. It's wonderful.
It is, and I'm glad to share it. And what I would say is, for anyone and everyone else, make the trip that you can, whatever it is. Doesn't necessarily mean a road trip, but take the trip, make the trip that you can. Something that you were thinking about, well, do it. Take that step forward and do it at your level, at your pace. it'll help.
Well, you're going to have so many good memories. And, how do you really put a price on memories? When you guys get back and you can sit on your porch and you can say, wow, that was an amazing trip. You'll never forget that. That's a wonderful thing. Yeah.
No, I agree. Glad to share it.
And then hopefully, Rick, we can come to the New England states
That's right.
later on.
Yeah, well, we're right up here in New England, and we're going to get
in
you
the
guys.
summer.
Susan and I, too, we're getting her better here, and we're going to go on the road as well and see some people. But we'll certainly get you on our stop, and one of these days we're going to meet up. That's one of my favorite. I want to meet you guys. Really, that's what I want to do. So we're looking forward to it.
Same here.
Same here. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. You guys get to bed. You're getting tired. We'll put you guys to bed. I'll come in. We should have someone put the blankets over you because
That's it. Tuck us in.
tuck you in. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you,
Love
Joe.
you guys. Love you all.
Love you, everyone.
You guys have a good night.
You too.
Thank
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye now. Well, that's Fran and Joe. My goodness gracious. I mean, I'll tell you what. Wouldn't you like to do a nice trip like that? Those guys, that's going to be quite a memory for them. They're going to really think about that for all their life and meeting all these people. They never had so many friends. In the Watchtower, they're just kind of fair weather friends. They're not real friends. People are going out of their way. They had one person travel 500 miles out of their way to come and see them. Would a witness do that? You'd be lucky to get a witness to drive you to the Kingdom Hall. They had to go 2 or 3 miles out of their way. But this is an amazing story, and we thank Fran and Joe for coming on the 6 Screens tonight. Well, you don't want to go anywhere. We have got a program coming up here next that's going to really excite you. Red Pill from the Watchtower. Oh my goodness, that you know what that means, red pill, don't you? Did you see The Matrix? Well, we got a man coming in from Nashville, Tennessee. He's an ex-Jehovah's Witness, and he's going to tell you about how he got the red pill at one point, but was able to take the blue pill and get himself out of that organization. His name is Eric, and he's coming on next right here on our network. So don't you guys go anywhere. So we're going to end this program, and then we're going to go into the next program, Red Pill from the Watchtower. Now, and even tonight, even after the Red Pill program, we have a pasta babe. She's your favorite apostate. She comes on late tonight. She'll be coming on about 12:30 tonight. So if you can listen into a pasta babe, by all means, do that. So we're now going to stop this program, and we're going to start another. But thank everyone for coming in tonight. And I know that the sound connections weren't that great. I mean, they're in a hotel. They're trying to do the best they can. They're working off a laptop, evidently. It's just not easy, friends. And, but at least you got a chance to see them and talk to them a little bit. But we thank you for wanting to come in, and we thank all those that spoke up tonight right here on the 6 Screens. So let's take a look. Let's get the wheels of progress going here. And I believe that it's now time to start our other program, Red Pill from the Watchtower, up next right here on the 6 Screens Tele Network. We're ending this. I'm going to the next studio. Stay with us.